Good day, everybody, and welcome back to Helping Me, where we learn C# together. All right, this is the last part of our loops and conditions. And as you can see, we have 4 things on the board this time, and it looks a little confusing. All right, we have our AND condition, which is, I want to say all 3 of these can be considered conjunctions if you were to put it in English points. But yeah, and our question mark condition, which is very similar to an if statement, but a little bit different in structure. Okay, let's get into it. Oh no, opening the wrong thing. Why didn't anybody tell me? Because you can't, obviously. All right, we're not using Eclipse. We're using Visual Studio. And we're going to start a new project. This is the confusing name. I'm just going to put and or not. To be. That is the question. Maximize. Okay. That is a terrible name. Anyway. Should I make variables? I don't think I'm going to make variables this time. I know. Changing it up on you guys. All right, we're going to jump straight into the and or and not. And we're going to do that by using an if statement. So, if, let's put in an if state. Okay. So we know our normal if statement. And let's see, a normal if statement would be if true, then do this. That is our normal if statement. Okay, I lied to you guys. I totally lied. I'm going to need a variable. All right, variable. I'm going to make an integer because I like integers. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I like integers. So, variable int, and as always, number equals 5. And we're going to make let's make something else. String words equal height. Okay, so I've made my variables, and we're going to change this statement because that was just not enough to work with. So we're going to go if our number equals, is greater than 10, then we perform this action. Let's just write to the console because that's the best way to show that anything has worked. If you haven't noticed, write to the console. I'm getting it. Okay. Now we know this will not work. So let's change this just so it will work. Yeah, same thing. Okay. So now we know that this will work. And let's test that to see, just for the non-believers. I'm getting it. All right. Now, first we're going to do the and. What an and is, it's basically specifying, it's joining 2 conditions together and saying they both simultaneously have to be true in order for this statement to run. So it would read like, if the number was less than 10 and such happened over here. But you don't write it as and, it's actually 2 of these signs here, which both mean and. They're the Shift 7 key. So you have to write and let's do our next condition. What do we want it to be? And our words equal high. So if our number is less than 10 and our words equal high, then I want you to write, I'm getting it. All right, Control F5. Yep, he's getting it. All right, now to show you that if one condition fails, then nothing works. Let's write a capital H and run it. Control F5. It's not getting it now. So yeah, this is to make it so that maybe you need a number that's in between two numbers. So maybe you want number to not be greater than 5 and not be less than 2. Some condition like that where they simultaneously need to be true in order for you to get to whatever you need to happen down here. That's in the case where you would use that. Okay, let's copy and paste this so you can have all the examples. And we're going to break this up. Or example. Okay. In our or example, it is similar to writing an or here. So if the number was less than 10 or word said high, then it would execute. And that is written as our two straight lines, just like that. This key is Shift and the / key. So you write two of those, and it basically reads as I just told you. So it's saying if one or the other is true, then I'm going to run. So it doesn't have to be simultaneously. It's just one condition has to work, and it will go through. So this is usually when you're checking for something like, this is a bad example, but if I wanted to see if my words, if they wrote it in lowercase or uppercase, if they wrote lowercase high or uppercase high, then I want to go down to this statement. In future reference, you'd want to do something much different and much more effective, but just for this example, that is pretty decent enough. So let's write that in. Words equal high. So if word has the lowercase h or the uppercase h, we're going to run it. Okay, let's run that. Yep. It's getting it. Remember, this one failed, so it's getting this one. But just to get some uniqueness here, totally getting it. Run that again. All right, yeah, I'm totally getting it. And let's change it so both of those are false. Hi. I'm going to put a capital I here, just so both are false. And our first one will be true now. Let's run it. All right, it's only getting the first one, as we see. And my last test, let's make it capital. So now this one is not working, this one is working, and this one, they both aren't working together, so it won't run. So we'll get the second one. Control F5, totally getting it. Okay, now let's move on to our next one, which is the copy paste. Okay, the not, which I have taught you guys already, but I will go over it again because I taught you it early. You might not remember. Okay, in our not example, but you guys can't guess what it is. Dun, 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 dun. It is our exclamation point. And it is not written as these are written, nor does it combine two things or two conditions. It just negates our result. So let's see. If we wanted words to not be equal to high, then we'd be totally in the clear. Sorry for that noise if you guys could hear that. It's pretty loud. Oh God. Oh God. Facebook. OP. But anyway. So this would be negating it. So if words is not equal to high, then I want to write I'm really getting it. All right, so let's see what all we get returned here. Control F5. Oh, we got I'm totally getting it. So what happened here? Words not equal to high. That is odd. Let's see. Oh, word is equal to high. I'm slow. This is why this is helping me. And we are learning together because sometimes I get it wrong. Okay, now Control F5. So now words is not equal to high. My mistake. All right, so now we're totally getting it and we're really getting it. Okay. And the other negation would be, that's usually for just our true and falses. So something like, let's put or, not true. Which wouldn't really make sense to put because this variable doesn't change. So you wouldn't write something like that. So can I do words? Yeah, that doesn't work. So it only works with booleans. So if I were to make a boolean here, bool value equals false. So I could write not value. So if word is not equal to high and not value returns true, which it will because it's false right now, so it'll negate that and turn it to true, then we're going to print something. So we're going to get this high wrong and get the not value to true. Let's see. Totally and really getting it. All right. So we got those three down. Now let's get our question mark condition down. Okay. The question mark condition. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. This is how our question mark condition works. On a variable, you declare it up here, or you can declare it while you're doing it. I'm going to declare it while I'm doing it. So we're going to make a string. And we're going to call this string text. And what it does is it sets your variable of choosing. It could be a number or a boolean or whatever you want. But it sets your variable equal to two choices. It's basically like an if this or else this, but your condition goes right after your equal sign. So it would be variable condition here. Let's put that in parentheses. Variable condition. And right after condition, you'd put your question mark. And then right after your question mark, basically it would be your if else. So it would be if true. So if this condition is true, then whatever you write here would execute. And instead of writing an else, we use a colon. So if true, this colon, or other words, else do this. And that ends, obviously, with a semicolon. So let's fill in our blanks here. So if condition, where do we want our condition to be? So if, let's use the number. If our number is, what's our number? It's 5. So if our number is equal to 5, because we're oh so simple here. then we want this to happen if it's true. So what do we want to happen if it's true? We want our text, our string text, to be equal to the number was 5. And else, if it's not true, we want it to be equal to the number definitely wasn't 5. All right, and that's how the statement works. So string, your string here, your condition here, if the condition is true, this happens, and else, this happens. That's how our question mark condition reads. And just so you can see that that actually works, let's print it to our console. So we're going to print text. Whatever text has become, we're going to print it out right here. All right, Control F5. Let's see what we get. All right, we got these two from our previous, and the number was 5 from our question mark condition. And let's show that this works the other way. So if the number is not equal to 5, which it is, so now we should get the number definitely wasn't 5. Control F5 this, let's see what happens. The number definitely wasn't 5. So this is it for this one. We got our and, our or, our not, and our question mark condition. And this is all for our loops and conditions series. Our next video will be a display of how to use these things together, mostly everything we've learned, and how to solve one problem doing it. If you have any questions or suggestions or a problem that you came across trying to make your own thing, then you could write that in this video or the next video, but preferably the next video because we'll be solving things there. But for now, hope you guys are staying on track, and I will see you guys next time. Any questions or comments, put them below. See you.